things going so far?
I think they're going pretty good. Trying a lot of different lineups, a lot of different people in different spots, trying to see what works. And I think the thing we can say is we've had an excellent effort. Every day that's been our goal, and I think we've accomplished that so far.
You don't play for a month still. How
Yeah.
how you going to keep the buy-in high?
I mean, it's easy because the closer the game gets, the more energy gets on campus, and the more energy you feel around the team. So we're trying to just simulate that right now and keep it going because we know if we can simulate that same feeling, we'll get a lot better earlier. So it'll be very simple. Just keep the energy up and just look forward to it.
Kerryon, just what have you seen from some young guys like Devin Barrett?
Devin's really fast, and he has really good feet. So he's caught on to the offense very fast, and I think that'll help him. He's coming into fall camp is never easy for a freshman, but he's taking in his stride and he's getting settled in. I think he's doing very well.
Are you sort of keeping an eye on that battle for the number 3, number 4 spot behind you and Cameron?
I'm keeping my battle on on myself right now. Everybody. I mean, we have an excellent room from 1 through 9 or 10, however many running backs we have. We have an excellent room, and everybody knows that we all need each other. And everybody knows that we have to go out and give our best every day individually, and the rest take care of itself. So every day we encourage each other. Every day we go out and give our 100% effort and let the rest play out.
This offseason, is there anything specific you've been working on to improve or to do differently or better or anything?
My main goal in every offseason is just to get faster and to get bigger and make sure that I can handle both of those at the same time. So yes, it's nice to put on weight, but at the same time you have to move the same. So that was my main goal this offseason, and I feel like I've done that. And I feel like I've put myself in a really good conditioning standpoint to help myself this year. So I feel like this offseason was a success.
I know they test you, so tell us specifically what progress you made as far as the weight and the speed game.
Everything went up. I didn't get to run the 40 because we did it right after the spring game, so ankle was a little messed up then. But once that got fine, I could feel myself getting faster every week, every month that we trained in the summer. So all my numbers went up in the weight room, and I feel a lot better.
Can folks expect to see you catching more balls this year? I mean, RPO, you're just a good receiver, that kind of thing.
I think they will. But then again, it's up to the quarterback whenever he wants to throw the ball to me. But I think they will. We have a lot more options than we have in the past in terms of running backs getting open, in terms of running backs having the opportunity. So I think they will, and hopefully that I can do that because, like you said, I've been catching passes all my life. So I feel like that just gives me more chances to make plays, more chances to get on the field. So I think that you can expect that this year.
For those of us who haven't seen much of Sal, kind of give us a scouting report on what he's really good at.
I think Sal's really good, honestly. He catches a lot of contested balls. He's a big target. He knows how to use his body to block off defenders. He knows how to go and get the ball. And he's a sneaky athlete. And I think he's gonna be very big for us this year. I think he really will. He reminds me of a more athletic CJ. Might not be as good as blocker as CJ's armor was, but I think in terms of receiving ability, I think he's got it all.
What have you seen from Kyle since he's been back?
He's the same old Kyle. He's big, he's fast, and he's a pure athlete. But the thing that's impressed me is he's blocking extremely well so far in fall camp. I know today was just first day of pass, but I think to me that he's came a long way in that regard. And I think he really wants to. He really is in that position. Hey, I'll do whatever I can to help the team, and I think that's helped him a lot.
Does it seem like he missed the spring, or has he been up to speed?
Oh no, I mean, Kyle missed spring. I mean, it's literally like he doesn't miss a beat. He's came out. The knowledge still stayed with him, and now he's just knocking the rust off. But like I said, I think he's done very good.
A couple of people have said that he seems a lot more mature. That's been the case.
That just comes with time with anybody. When you come in as a freshman, as highly recruited as he was, everybody around the state knows him. Everybody around the country knows him. Everybody goes through that learning phase. Now it's year 2. He's got a year up underneath his belt. He sees that, hey, everybody was in that position. And I think he's really taken it in stride, and he's really learned from it. And there's no way for him to go but up.
Have you kind of been there as a resource for Malik after he's dealt with some injuries? You've dealt with injuries.
Not really in terms of Malik doesn't need me to be there. We've been around each other long enough. He knows that if he needs anything, he can come to me. But he's a strong-minded guy, and very few things can get Malik down. So in terms of me having to be a resource, hey, I've been through it. It happens. But Malik's not gonna let something like that, as minor as that. He knows there's a bigger picture in life, and he sticks to it.
Now that you've had a full spring in Chip's offense and, just getting to learn it, what's the biggest difference between the offense now and what it was a year ago?
I say the biggest difference is, it's gonna sound funny, but there's more run pass options. Before it was kind of, hey, we're gonna run power or we're gonna run inside zone. That's it. Hey, maybe a bubble here or there. But I think he has a lot of different things that he likes to do off of those things. And if we can execute, then it'll work. If we don't, nothing ever works when you don't execute. So it's all up to us to make all that. It all sounds good. Everybody's got a scheme, but if the players don't make it work, then it's all for nothing. So to me, that's the biggest difference. Is a lot of different ways to spread the ball around. I think defenses have to respect both sides of the field at all times. If you're sleeping, we might pop one there. It's 10 yards, So I think that's the biggest difference.
What are some of the other freshmen like Noah Benogany, wide receiver, or the Schenker kid at tight end?
Yeah, Noah's been doing very. First thing you notice about Noah is extremely fast. I'll probably put him in top 10 on the team in terms of speed. So the experience and the strength that come with it, figuring out, college DBs, SEC, all that grabbing and physical play comes with it, but. For now, I think he's done very good. He's fast, but he's not just a go ball, a deep post kind of guy. I think he really wants to learn how to run routes, and he's come a long way just from what I've seen. I don't work with him as much as other receivers do, but I think he definitely has a chance.
We saw Noah working on kick returns when we were out there. Should we expect to see you back there at some point?
At some point, I'm sure. 2 years into this, or 3 now. It's just we got to find somebody to excite it. We went through the stats. I think we had dropped down to 8th or something in kick return last year. So we've just got to try a lot of different guys. No spot is ever safe. Just because you do it last year doesn't mean it's guaranteed next year. So I just got to go out there and prove myself once again. And if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do.
What do you guys have to do to improve in that area?
On that area, we've just got. Kick return is a hard thing really to do in terms of offense to block. You got a man coming full speed at you, and you got to not stop him dead in his tracks, but almost stop him dead in his tracks or force him one way. It's a hard thing to do. So it's just something that you got to work on. You got to get a lot of guys that are dedicated to it and believe in it out there to do their job correctly every single time.
Sorry if you already been asked this, but Bubba over there said that he feels like he can break the school record for rushing. Do you think he can do that this year?
I fully believe in him. When you see, you look at the things he did last year. 1,100 yards, something like that. And he had 700 in 3 games. He didn't play half the LSU game. Didn't see the field at all. Clemson game. Barely had 12 carries. Alabama game. When you start looking into it, you give him a full season. It could definitely happen. I hope it does. I really do.
A year ago at this time, no one knew what was going to happen running back spot. We knew that you and Bubba were working at it since Javon got kicked off the team. But I remember at the time Tim Horton said he felt like he had 2 running backs that could both rush for 1,000 yards this season. Everybody kind of rolled their eyes. It almost happened. Is it going to happen this year?
I think it definitely will. I remember that same time period you were talking about. And, it's funny just how people outside this building just, you have to speculate. They don't know what's going on. But Coach Horton has been around long enough. He knows what he sees. And so that's a testament to his belief in us. And we took that. We understood, hey, if he believes that, then why shouldn't we? And now you look at it this year, and it's like, what is he, psychic or something? So I think this is the year to do it. Everything goes according to plan, and we just gotta stay down to earth and make sure that we go out and get it done.
What do you think of Devin Barrett? Just a little bit you got to see him in the off-season working.
Like I said before, he's a very smart guy. He's picked up the offense just as quick as I did when I first got here, and so I think he's put himself in a nice position. He brings a little something to the table just in terms, much like Cam. He's got really good speed. I had never really seen him. Obviously, I've never seen him in person, and I very rarely seen his highlights from high school. But when he got here first day, he's very fast. He has really good feet. And, we did pass blocking today, and he's really good in that. For it to be his first day, he was tough, didn't shy away from contact. So that'll help him. All of those things will help him in the long run.
Everybody, assumes that you guys are going to throw the ball more this year. And as you mentioned, you feel like you can have 2 1,000-yard rushers. I guess maybe if you can, in your best way, maybe clear that up a little bit. Are you guys going away from the run, or you guys be running? Just
No.
what you think?
I mean, Coach Lindsey obviously coming from the place he's been, they've obviously thrown the ball and whatever. But he came in first day and he told us first day he stood up there and said, "Guys, I'm not gonna take away." Well, I mean, we've been recruiting players 3 years. We've been recruiting running backs here forever. I mean, he knows that running the ball is our strength, but that's only going to open up the pass even more. I mean, if you look at what we did last year on the ground, and you look at the kind of yards we put up, I mean, that just means most of those games that we had, maybe 200, 300 total yards, we got 500, 450 or something like that of extra passing yards. So it's not like he's going to shy away from it. He still knows that we have one of the best backfields in the country, and he's not going to be afraid to use it.
What's it like watching Jarrett and Sean, go at it here early, and I'm sure it'll pick up a lot more Saturday when they get the full pads. What are you expecting this next week or so before they name a starter?
I think it's fantastic, just to have that everyday competition. They realize, this is a brotherhood. Nobody's out to get each other, but they realize, hey, I've got to go out and I've got to be on top of my game every day. Because Sean's getting up to take Jarrett's spot, Jarrett's getting up to take Sean's spot, and both of them are good, can lose it to anybody else. I mean, they realize that they have a tremendous opportunity in front of them, but one of them has to go out and take it. Neither one of them are just going to give it up. They're both great competitors, and so that's only bringing out the best in them every day.
How do you guys as a team handle that? All this outside perceptions that it's Jarrett's job.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's outside perceptions. We know how the coaching staff thinks. We know how we think. Either way, Jarrett goes out and throws 8 interceptions for 2 weeks straight. It's not Jarrett's job anymore, and nobody else outside this room can see it. They might just still assume. They might never know. So we understand that, hey, that's outside noise. What our job is to go in and play every day. What our job is to go in and bond with both guys, because we don't know. Only the coaching staff makes that decision, and we know we've got jobs to do at the end of the day.
Chandler said the wide receivers in their meeting